Hi everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm excited still. It's
still.
part 3 of our look at Universal Studios Beijing. We've already checked out Kung Fu Panda's Land of Awesomeness and Harry Potter World. Today, we're going to be going to look at the Minions.
Okay.
I love Minions.
So that's 4 different areas.
Yes.
Right?
3 or 4, yeah.
Say 3?
3 or 4.
Okay. So we still have some other themed areas that we haven't even talked about yet.
Transformers! That was my Transformer.
That was a Transformer?
I was transforming.
Wow.
I'll sound like Optimus Prime. And then, of course, this is actually, I'd like to see this because Universal Studios has been making movies for like 100 years or whatever. They actually have a whole land of like Hollywood theme.
Okay.
So that might be really interesting. I like some of the old movies too, some of those classic films from the past.
I remember the one in California, the Universal Studios in California had a really cool Hollywood area inside, like an old movie studio.
Okay, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. See some of those great old stars from the days of black and white movies.
You know, there's one other area.
What's that?
It's the Jurassic World area.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
In the park?
Yeah.
In Beijing?
Yes.
Real dinosaurs?
Let's get the Minion Land!
We're in Minion Land, we'll be safe there! Fiona and Woody are walking around the theme park.
The Jurassic World adventure was fantastic, and so was the raptor encounter.
Yeah, some of the dinosaurs came really close to us.
I know. Didn't you hear me screaming?
I did, but a lot of the other people were yelling and screaming too.
Welcome back. Today we're continuing with our article.
We're alive, Matt.
Yeah.
We escaped the dinosaur. Forget about the article. We just got chased by a dinosaur.
But I think we're going to get to Minion World soon, so it's all right. And I'm, clearly in better shape than Mike.
We got minions to see.
So I didn't lose my breath as much. I can run all day.
He can run all day.
So we're continuing with Have Fun at Universal Studios Beijing, and today we're doing part 3. So Fiona and Woody are walking around the theme park.
They are not being chased by dinosaurs, so that's why they're walking, whereas we were running around the theme park. But anyways, let's get back to it and see what else is going to happen during their wonderful trip to this very fun place. It says this is Fiona speaking, the Jurassic World adventure was fantastic. And so was the raptor encounter. Wow, they did a lot in there and they didn't get eaten. So that's very, 2 thumbs up, very successful. They checked out all the dinosaur adventures and they had a raptor encounter as well. What is an adventure? An adventure is basically an exciting experience. It could be a little dangerous, it could be fun, it could leave you at the end going, wow, and you want to tell everyone and write about it on your blog or make a vlog about it or something, but it's kind of an unusual experience that would happen to you a few times in your life, maybe more if you live a very exciting life, and it would be memorable, it could have been a little dangerous, and at the end, you know, you'll feel like, wow, I really lived through something kind of special. That was quite an adventure.
And I really like to watch adventure movies where they go to many places in the movie, and it's not too scary, usually it's a little bit funny, but it's somewhere where they go on an adventure and visit many interesting places. So they said it was fantastic. So fantastic is another adjective meaning really good, very good, awesome, but also in a way meaning impressive. So it wasn't something that was just, you know, cool to look at, but something maybe you didn't quite expect. It was fantastic.
Wow, really, really, really good, in other words.
So Woody says, yeah, some of the dinosaurs came really close to us.
Okay.
That sounds pretty scary. So we had one come pretty close to us too.
That's right. I think the ones in the theme park are not real like the one that was chasing us. It was 100% real. The ones in the theme park are probably robots or machines of some kind, but really, if you stand there and look at it, it will look like a real dinosaur. But of course, it's not. We know dinosaurs disappeared from the earth millions of years ago. These are animals that lived a long, long time ago. If you've seen the movie Jurassic Park, those are the big scary animals in that one. But of course, now we know from science, dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes, from really little to big birds with feathers that would look kind of familiar to us today. But when we think of dinosaur, one thing I think is a good way to remember is the name dinosaur. Dino, I think, comes from the ancient Greek meaning terrifying and scary. And saur is lizard.
Wow.
So they're scary lizards.
You know, I didn't know that, so
There
you
you
taught
go.
me something
It's
today.
a big, scary lizard, but don't worry, they're only around in movies and theme parks. They died out on the earth millions of years ago. We think. No, they did. There's no dinosaurs.
What about the real one?
No, it's just a big crocodile. It's not really a dinosaur. Anyways, back to the dialogue. Fiona says, I know, yeah, the dinosaurs came close. And it was actually quite an exciting experience, or an adventure for her. Maybe even a little scary, because she says, didn't you hear me screaming? Now, the screaming that you usually hear, or you should hear in a theme park, is excited, happy screaming, like maybe when you're on a roller coaster. But also, if you're in danger or in pain, you could scream too. But I think for her, it was more like you might scream in a scary movie when something jumps out at you.
Yeah, so that's right. So Woody said, I did, but a lot of the other people were yelling and screaming too.
Absolutely. If you're yelling, you're raising your voice so that it's very, very loud. People yell for all sorts of reasons. Hey, over here. You might yell at your friend across the street if you see them. If you're playing sports, you might yell, hey, pass the ball to me. You might also yell if you're angry. Oh, your parents are yelling at you. You know you're in big trouble. And people could also yell if there's danger or something around. But basically, you're trying to get people's attention, and you're doing that by making your voice much louder than normal.
Right, and one other kind of yelling is to scream. So a scream is like a yell, but it's another loud sound you make, but it must be very high pitched. So the highest you go,
Good scream.
that's a scream.
That's
so
a good scream.
on this ride, they heard people yelling and screaming, and as Fiona said, didn't you hear me screaming?
There you go. And we should point out that both yell and scream could also be nouns. You can hear a yell, you can hear a scream, or you can yell or scream as a verb. So let's take a break, and then we'll be back and find out how many dinosaurs it takes to eat Woody.
Hey, do you mind if we go to Minion Land next? I want to go to the Minion meet and greet.
No, I don't mind at all.
Cool, thanks.
Besides, I can pick up some Minion gifts for people back home.
Welcome back. We're continuing to follow Woody and Fiona on their visit to Universal Studios Beijing. So they have just visited the Jurassic World themed areas and been on some dinosaur rides and seen some scary dinosaurs, and they were so scared on the ride, so they were yelling and screaming.
That's absolutely right. I don't know, Jurassic World, I like the movies, but I think dinosaurs are so cool, and I'm sure they would look very real. I think I'm going to spend a whole day in the Jurassic World area, because it sounds great, but that means there's very little time for the final thing that we're going to go, the final themed area of Universal Studios in Beijing, the Minion area. Of course, Despicable Me, Minions, Groot, their boss, the kind of bad guy who's actually a good guy. That's where they're going to go next. And Fiona seems to be the one who really wants to visit this place. She says, hey, do you mind if we go to Minion Land next? All right, so when you start a question with do you mind, you're basically asking someone's permission, or you're asking them to kind of maybe do you a little bit of a favor. This is something you want to do, and you want to make sure that they're not upset, or they're not interested, or they really don't want to do it. If you mind doing something, I don't really want to do that. So I don't mind means, yeah, sure, that's okay.
So probably, or maybe Fiona thought maybe Woody isn't that excited about Minion Land, so she asked, do you mind? Just in a nice way to ask, let's go there together.
Exactly. He's a little bit of a fan. She's a big fan, but she's worried he might think, oh, we don't have time. I don't really want to go. Anyway, so she asks him, do you mind? Is it okay if we go to Minion Land next? And then she kind of says why she wants to go there. I want to go to the Minion meet and greet.
Okay.
Very interesting. I've heard of a meet and greet. This is where a famous person will sort of meet with people from the public, maybe before a concert. If you're lucky, you can go backstage, meet the singer, get an autograph and a picture, that kind of thing. So it's really exciting for fans of actors, musicians, sports stars, but Minions?
You're going to get their signatures maybe?
There's going to be so many of them
so
too.
many everywhere, and they're going to be so noisy. I think it'd be very exciting.
If you're a Minion fan, that would be heaven for you. It sounds very interesting. Another little adventure.
So Woody responds to Fiona, no, I don't mind at all. So that's the way to respond to a question of, do you mind if we do something? No, I don't mind, or I don't mind at all, meaning it's perfectly fine with him.
There you go. You could also say something like sure, or okay, or no problem, or something like that. You are showing that yes, that is totally fine with you. All right, and this is good news because Fiona was hoping to go there, and if Woody's happy to go, that makes it easy. So she says, cool, thanks, awesome, thanks. She's excited, this is good news, and I guess that's where they're going.
So Woody says, besides, I can pick up some Minion gifts for people back home.
Good thinking.
Okay.
Good thinking.
So Woody says besides to begin his sentence because he's going to add more information. So this means the same as also or additionally. It's just one more thing he can add to the conversation, one more thing they can do at the Minion area. So he said, besides, I can buy gifts for people back home. So yeah, maybe Woody isn't the biggest fan of Minions, but he has some friends or family back home that are, and they would enjoy some Minions gifts.
That's actually really smart. He can do some Christmas and birthday shopping for all the Minion fans in his life.
So what gifts are you going to bring back for me?
What am I going to bring back for? I think a lovely Minion mouse pad for your computer. No? A Minion t-shirt. Minion pajamas.
Ooh.
So you can sleep like a Minion and have Minion dreams.
Okay. I could be all right. I'd be all right with Minion pajamas.
Okay.
Perfectly fine for me.
There you go. I think that's what you get. And what'll I get for myself? Definitely some butterbeer.
Ooh,
I'm going to have to enjoy some butterbeer when I get home and I can watch the Harry Potter movies. But there's so many other things to see, do, and spend your money on. It's going to be great. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Maybe we'll see you back here. We hope to. Maybe we'll see you at Universal Studios in Beijing. Wouldn't that be awesome? But until then, whatever, we'll see you back here soon. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Fiona and Woody are walking around the theme park.
The Jurassic World adventure was fantastic, and so was the raptor encounter.
Yeah, some of the dinosaurs came really close to us.
I know. Didn't you hear me screaming?
I did, but a lot of the other people were yelling and screaming too.
Hey, do you mind if we go to Minion Land next? I want to go to the Minion meet and greet.
No, I don't mind at all.
Cool, thanks.
Besides, I can pick up some Minion gifts for people back home.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 fantastic 形容词，极好的。Penny lives in a fantastic apartment. Penny 住在一间很棒的公寓。下一个单字 dinosaur 名词，恐龙。What killed all the dinosaurs? 是什么杀死了所有的恐龙？下一个单字 yell 动词，叫喊。My parents were yelling at each other when I came home last night. 昨晚我回家时，我爸妈正在互相破口大骂。最后一个单字 besides 副词，而且此外。Dad won't be mad at you. Besides, it's not your fault. 爸爸不会生气的，而且这不是你的错。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 ，And so was the raptor encounter。奇遇迅猛龙也是。这个句型呢 ，so 加 be 动词或者是助动词加主词这样的用法是肯定复合句的用法。当主要子句使用 be 动词的时候呢，后面的复合句也要用 be 动词哦。当主要子句是使用一般动词的时候，它后面的复合句也要用助动词。必须要注意，这里的动词要依照前面的时态而决定。我们来看看这两个例句。I'm from Taiwan, and so is Lisa. 我来自台湾 ，Lisa 也是。所以我前面是用 be 动词，所以我后面的复合句就是用 is。我们来看第二句 ，Eric likes French movies, and so does his father.Eric 喜欢法国电影，他的爸爸也是。前面这一句我是用一般动词，那我后面就要用助动词 does。下一个文法 ，Do you mind if 加上主词动词，你介意怎么样吗 ？Mind 是一个动词，介意的意思。我们来看看这个例句 ：Do you mind if I open the window？ 你介意我打开窗户吗？最后一个文法 ，pick up 购买。这个片语呢，相当于 buy。我们来看看这个句子 ：Mom will pick up some eggs on her way home。妈妈在回家的路上会去买一些鸡蛋。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
I'm Jamie.
I'm Vivian.
And today we're playing a game called Word Trap, where we each have 3 cards with words or phrases on them that we have not seen yet, and we're going to try to work them into a casual conversation. So are you ready?
Yes.
All right, why don't you get started?
Okay, let's see. Okay. So sometimes when I like to go out and about and go on walks, it's really frustrating to me when I'm trying to relax and I'm trying to enjoy the scenery, and then I just hear someone yell.
Hell yeah! Oh, I would imagine that's pretty not relaxing to hear that, right? It's like you want to enjoy peaceful silence, and then you hear people yell.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I think that's not a very great walk. I actually enjoy walks a lot. I think it's much less strenuous than running. Running's very tiring and not fun, but walking is nice, right? You kind of move around and look at things without being tired. So I think walking is fantastic exercise.
I agree. I definitely enjoy walking. I enjoy running is okay. I used to enjoy running, but not anymore. But something I've gotten into lately is hiking. So it's something that I feel like I like to do besides walking when I'm tired.
Oh, hiking is something that I would like to try, but I'm afraid that I'm not physically fit enough to hike. But I do think that hiking, when you're hiking, you can like see lots of cool things. Like my friend likes to hike a lot, and she even saw like some, deer antlers? Yeah, which is really cool. Like, so you can find like all sorts of neat things. And I feel like finding those bones, it kind of makes you feel like an archaeologist, you know, the ones who discover dinosaurs.
Yeah, that is really cool. I've never heard of anyone who's able to like find fossils and things like that when you're out on a walk. Actually, there was someone from my neighborhood that found, I think, a piece of like a tooth from somewhere. I don't know. But maybe, do you mind if I join your friend next time on their adventure?
Well, I don't mind. I don't know if she will mind. I guess we could ask. But she's pretty nice, so I don't think she will mind it. Actually, she's quite nice. I like spending a lot of time with her because she's very thoughtful. And yeah, like sometimes just like little things, she'll show that she cares by doing acts of service. So sometimes, let's say I ask her, hey, I need help. Can you pick up some milk on the way home? And she will say yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That last one was hard. I was like, do you mind? I was like, how do I incorporate this?